The warm spring sun filled my mom's backyard as we gathered for her 65th birthday. We had arrived half an hour early, and I spent that time carefully setting up the buffet table. I arranged every dish I brought, making sure everything looked just right. I wanted this day to be perfect for her. Suddenly, I saw my sister Jennifer take a plate straight out of my 7-year-old daughter Emma's hands. With a sweet smile she only uses when others are watching, she said, "Sweetheart, this food is for the real grandkids. Your cousins need to eat first. Blood family comes first." Emma just stood there, confused, staring at her empty plate. Meanwhile, Jennifer's 3 boys were already going back for their 4th helping of prime rib. That meat wasn't ordinary. I had called 3 different butcher shops to find the best cut and placed a special order. The side dishes took me 2 full days to prepare. The truffle mac and cheese alone required imported cheese, which I drove 40 minutes to buy. I stayed up until 2 in the morning finishing the desserts, making sure my mom's favorite German chocolate cake turned out perfect. I brought everything myself, serving spoons, warming trays, and even my good platters, because I knew Mom only had basic dishes. I planned the timing carefully so all the food would be hot when guests arrived. Jennifer showed up just 20 minutes before everyone else. She looked at the table and immediately started telling people she had arranged the catering. "Mom, I'm hungry," my son whispered, gently pulling on my sleeve. "I know, sweetheart. Just wait a moment," I said quietly. I walked into the kitchen, picked up my car keys, and headed toward the garage. Jennifer didn't notice at all. She was too busy loading more food onto her oldest son's plate and joking with Mom about how growing boys need extra protein. The catering trays I brought were still inside their heavy-duty warming containers, the kind I rented from a restaurant supply store. That morning, I had packed everything carefully into my SUV so nothing would spill during the 20-minute drive. Premium cuts of meat rested on steel platters. The truffle mac and cheese was still steaming in its deep aluminum pan. The roasted vegetables, finished with herb butter, were timed perfectly. Everything was exactly how I planned it. Everything had been finished right before I left my house. 3 different salads sat neatly in glass bowls. Fresh dinner rolls from the bakery were wrapped in clean linen cloths. 2 homemade cakes filled the entire back seat of my car. Each tray was heavy. The prime rib alone weighed nearly 30 pounds. I loaded everything carefully, one step at a time. First the desserts, since they were the most fragile. Then the side dishes. The main course went in last. My back already hurt from setting everything up earlier, but adrenaline kept me moving. "What are you doing?" my brother Mike asked, appearing in the garage doorway. "I'm taking my food home." "My food?" he said. "This is for the whole family." "Is it?" I replied. "Because my kids were just told they're not real family, so clearly my contribution isn't needed." Mike's face went pale. "Jennifer said that?" "She took the plate right out of Emma's hands," I said, without stopping. The prime rib alone had cost me $847. I bought the highest grade, enough to serve 40 people. Jennifer had invited her husband's entire extended family without telling anyone. There were 38 people in the backyard, most of them strangers to me. "Wait, did you bring all of this?" Mike asked, staring at the trays. "Every single dish. Go check the kitchen. The only thing Mom made was iced tea." I watched the realization hit him. He pulled out his phone and started typing fast. The timing was perfect. I loaded the final tray just as raised voices started inside. Someone called my name. I pressed my key fob. My SUV beeped as it locked. Mom rushed into the garage. "What's going on? Where's the food going?" "Home with me. You can't just take everything. Watch me." I opened the passenger door and carefully set the cakes on the seat. "I spent $1,200 on this meal. 2 days cooking," I said calmly. And Jennifer just told my children they aren't real grandkids. I'm done. She didn't mean it like that, Mom replied. She took food out of Emma's hands, literally removed the plate while she was holding it. Mom gave that look, half pretending to understand, half annoyed that I was making a scene. "You're being dramatic," she said. "It's just family teasing." "Then you won't mind eating the iced tea you made?" I answered. "That's all that's left." I got into my car. Through the windshield, I could see people starting to gather near the garage. Jennifer pushed her way to the front, her face flushed with anger. She yanked my car door open. "You're really leaving over a joke?" she snapped. "Move your hand," I said calmly. "You're ruining Mom's birthday because you can't take a little teasing," she continued. "My son has $80 worth of prime rib all over his face right now." "My kids haven't eaten," I replied. "You can do the math." Behind her, the garage doorway filled quickly. I spotted Aunt Susan holding up her phone, probably recording. Jennifer's mother-in-law looked shocked. Several people I didn't recognize, likely from her husband's side, stood whispering and staring at my fully loaded SUV. "I'll apologize to your kids," Jennifer said. "There, happy? Now bring the food back." My phone started buzzing nonstop. Message after message. I glanced down while Jennifer stood there breathing hard. Texts came from everywhere. Jennifer's husband Dave, cousins, Mom's neighbor, Jennifer's mother-in-law, even numbers I didn't recognize. "Where did the food go? Can you come back? What are we supposed to eat?" "No," I said. "What do you mean, no?" "I mean, I'm going home to feed my children," I replied. "You can figure out how to feed 38 people with iced tea." Jennifer's voice went sharp. "You're really this petty? I spent $1,200 and 2 days cooking to give Mom a beautiful meal," I said. "Then I watched you serve my kids last, give them the smallest portions, and finally take their food away. This isn't petty. I'm finished." I started the engine. Jennifer stepped back just in time. The drive home took 12 minutes. My kids sat quietly in the back, probably confused about why we left so suddenly. My phone kept buzzing the entire way. The alerts blended into a steady rhythm. By the time I pulled into the driveway, I had 47 text messages and 13 missed calls. I fed my kids first. I pulled out the good plates, the ones we save for special occasions, and told them they could choose whatever they wanted. No limits, no saving food for others, no rules. Emma ate 3 thick slices of prime rib, pink in the middle, exactly how she liked it. My son finished a full bowl of truffle mac and cheese and asked for seconds. I gave him seconds. They tasted every salad, shared 4 dinner rolls, and were laughing by the time dessert was gone. Watching them eat happily, relaxed, included, and safe, made every dollar worth it. Then I checked my phone. "Mom, everyone is asking where the food went." "This is embarrassing." "Jennifer, there are children here, you're starving kids." "Mike, Jennifer's crying. Can you at least bring some of it back?" "Aunt Susan, did you really bring all the food?" Jennifer said she catered it. That last message made me laugh out loud. Jennifer said she catered it. Of course she did. I opened my photo gallery and pulled up the receipts I had saved, a habit I picked up after Jennifer once tried to take credit for a baby shower I organized. There was the butcher receipt, $847, my name clearly printed, dated 3 days earlier. The specialty grocery bill, $298, listing truffle cheese, imported olive oil, and premium vegetables. The bakery supplies, $143, including the exact ingredients for Mom's favorite German chocolate cake. And 3 more receipts from different stores, all adding up neatly. The proof was all there, clear as day. That brought the total to another $200. I created a group message with the entire family and attached all 6 receipt photos, making sure each one was clear and easy to read. My message was short and direct. Since there seems to be confusion about who provided the food, here are my receipts. Total, $1,288. The only thing I didn't make was the iced tea. Enjoy the party. The reaction was instant. My phone froze for a moment under the flood of incoming messages. The screen flickered as notifications stacked up faster than it could load. Aunt Susan wrote, "Jennifer told us she spent $2,000 on catering." Cousin David said, "She told everyone you only brought a salad." Then Uncle Tom's message stopped me cold. "We gave her $400 to help cover the food." I read it again. They gave her money. I called Uncle Tom right away. He answered on the first ring. "Did Jennifer collect money for catering?" I asked. "Yes," he said. "She sent a group message last week saying the party was expensive and asked everyone to chip in. Most people sent $50 to $100. I sent $400 because my whole family is here." "Tom," I said slowly, "she didn't spend a single dollar on this food. I have every receipt." There was silence on the line. "Are you absolutely sure?" he asked. "I'm looking at $1,288 in receipts right now," I replied. "All from this week. All paid by me." "Send those to the family group," he said. I did one better. I put together a full breakdown. Every item, every cost, every store. I added photos from my kitchen taken the day before, showing me cooking and prepping everything. I even included a video my husband filmed that morning of me loading the car, with timestamps clearly visible and every tray accounted for. The subject line read, "Complete catering breakdown for Mom's birthday party." The family group chat exploded. Jennifer jumped in immediately, trying to control the situation. "I helped coordinate everything," she wrote, "but Aunt Susan was already doing the math. You collected at least $1,500 from everyone. Where is that money?" Jennifer replied, "Expenses, decorations, the cake, everything." Cousin David answered right away. "You didn't buy the cakes. She made both of them. They're in her kitchen. The photos prove it." Then another message followed. "Jennifer, there are paper plates and plastic forks here. What decorations?" The silence after that was loud. "What decorations?" someone wrote. My phone rang. "You need to fix this right now," Mom said. "Fix what?" I asked. "Jennifer is having a panic attack. People are demanding their money back. The party is completely ruined." "Mom," I said calmly, "she collected money for catering that never existed. Then she took credit for food I spent nearly $1,300 on. And she did it while treating my children like they weren't real family." "She made a mistake," Mom replied. "No," I said, "she made several deliberate choices. That's not a mistake. Your sister needs you." "My sister needed me to fund her party, let her take credit, and keep the cash," I said. "I already helped. Now she needs to deal with the consequences." I hung up. The messages kept coming. Jennifer's story was falling apart in real time. People started posting photos from the party, paper plates, plastic forks, no decorations, and empty tables where the food used to be. Mike sent me a private message. Jennifer admitted she kept the money. She said she needed it for her mortgage. Mom is defending her. Of course she was. An hour later, my husband came home and stopped short when he saw all the food spread across our kitchen counters. "Didn't you take this to your mom's party?" "I did," I said. "And I brought it back." I explained everything while reheating prime rib for his dinner. His expression hardened as I talked. "So your sister took $1,500 from your family," he said, "and your mom wants you to apologize." "She wants me to fix it," I replied. "That's the same thing." He picked up his phone. "I'm posting this on Facebook." "Don't," I said. "Why not? She stole from people." "You don't need to," I replied. "Uncle Tom already told his kids. Aunt Susan told her book club. This is a small town. By tomorrow, everyone will know. I was right. By 9 that evening, I had messages from people I hadn't spoken to in years. Apparently, Jennifer had done this before, just on a smaller scale. A fundraiser for her son's baseball team where half the money disappeared. A group gift for a teacher that was never delivered. This was just the first time she got caught with proof. The final message came at 11 p.m. Jennifer, I hope you're happy. Mom won't speak to me. Half the family blocked me. Dave is furious about the mortgage lie. You destroyed my life over a stupid joke. I read it twice. Then I typed my reply. You took food from my 7-year-old's hands and told her she wasn't real family. You lied to our relatives. You took credit for work I did. I didn't ruin your life. I just stopped paying for it. There's a difference. The next morning, Mom called. Jennifer's marriage is falling apart, she said. Dave found out she's been hiding money problems for months. That's unfortunate, I replied. You could have handled this privately. I tried, I said. I quietly left with the food. Jennifer made it public when she claimed she hired catering. Uncle Tom exposed the rest when he admitted she collected money. She created this situation herself. She's your sister, Mom said. And Emma is my daughter, I answered. When you put Jennifer's kids against mine, you always choose hers. When you make me choose, I will always choose my children. You taught me that. Mom was silent for a long moment. The family is very upset, she finally said. At Jennifer. Maybe at both of you. This was supposed to be your birthday, she added. It was, I said. You had a party with 38 people. You just didn't get the free catering you expected. Maybe next year you'll appreciate the effort people make instead of protecting someone who takes advantage of family. I ended the call before she could respond. A few minutes later, my phone buzzed again. Uncle Tom. Jennifer is paying everyone back. Dave made her. He's embarrassed. Also, I owe you $400 for the food you actually made. Where should I send it? Keep it, I replied. Consider it my gift to Mom. You're too generous, he wrote. I know, I said. That's why I'm not her. 3 weeks later, Mike called to tell me Jennifer was required to repay everyone she took money from. On top of that, she had to issue a public apology, or Dave was filing for separation. His family was furious that fraud had been done using their name. Mom still wasn't speaking to me. Then one day, Emma asked, "Why don't we go to family parties anymore?" I knelt down and said, "Because you're my real family, sweetheart, and I will always choose you first." She wrapped her arms around me, and in that moment, I knew I'd done the right thing. Sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is stop carrying people who treat you like you don't matter.